This is 5 Minute Feng Shui, episode 37, Kitchen Feng Shui, Ways to Revitalize Your Kitchen and Your Life. Welcome to the 5 Minute Feng Shui podcast, where each week I talk about how to move energy and make money. You'll learn how to create a prosperous home and an abundant life using classical Chinese Feng Shui. I'm your host, Katie Weber, publisher of the Red Lotus Letter, Feng Shui Easing for Wealth. Each week, I'll cover Feng Shui topics that can help you improve your life, share inspiring stories, and always end with 3 easy-to-implement Feng Shui tips that you can put to work right away, and usually in about 5 minutes. Now let's get started on the 5 minutes that could change your life. One of the things that I love to do most is to get in the kitchen and cook. It's one of those things that for me, everybody comes together at mealtime, and it seems like everyone likes to spend time over the table, spend time together in the kitchen. Kids do their homework there. Lots of stuff goes on, whether it's preparing meals or getting ready to have a holiday party or get together with family and friends. It always seems like everyone ends up in the kitchen, and it's really the heart of every home. We all know that our homes center around a kitchen. And even Realtor.com will talk about how important it is to keep your kitchen updated, because your kitchen is a huge factor in the value of your home. And keeping it updated, keeping it current, and making it attractive, because, well, it's the room beside your bedroom that you spend the most time in. We are always eating there, whether it's morning, noon, or night, especially if you're somebody like me who is a home office worker. And because I'm at home all the time, I am making 3 meals a day out of my kitchen, and I'm running up and down my stairs from my office to go get water or prepare lunch or something like that. Really, when it comes to your luck too, your kitchen is one of the most important areas of family luck in Feng Shui thought. If you think about it, from centuries past, having enough food was a real sign of luxury and financial prosperity. And it still is today. Obviously not to the same extent it was, and in fact, once upon a time, if you were on the heavier side, you were deemed to be wealthy because, well, you had enough food to support you and for you to actually gain weight on. So that was a sign of prosperity for a lot of people once upon a time. So we're all very prosperous, I guess, by by today's standards. Anyhow, but the energy, when the energy in the kitchen is beneficial, when it's positive, families are more inclined to want to eat at home, and your family will enjoy better health and relationships as a result. When the kitchen doesn't enjoy that beneficial energy, the Feng Shui luck of the whole family is affected. That's because, whether you're sick or you're happy or it's a holiday or a party or just day in, day out, we're all in that kitchen. Your kitchen affects your prosperity when it's actively used and in good condition, and it can attract beneficial monetary luck. Stay with me here, because this really is about how your kitchen affects your life and can bring prosperity to your life. So if your kitchen's been stagnant too long, maybe it's been burdened with clutter or it needs a good serious cleaning, by all means make a point to revitalize it. And by revitalizing your kitchen, you'll energize your relationships, your health, and your wealth. And this is absolute truth. When I talk to single women, and I actually was a speaker at a single women's conference a couple of times, and one of the things that single women frequently don't do is use their stove, and they microwave a lean cuisine or some kind of frozen dinner. And that's great. I love lean cuisine. Their classic glazed chicken is one of my favorite things in the world to eat, no doubt about it. But if that's all you're doing is pushing a button and having a meal in 3 minutes, then you're really not activating the fire energy of your home. And that is what brings happiness, that brings relationships, and it keeps that fire burning. We always want to have a little fire energy in our house. We want it to be a little bit more yang. And, there's a lot of people have the idea that their home should be a sanctuary, like, oh, and and that's all well and good. But really what we want a nice home that's comfortable and relaxed, but also tilts a little bit more to the energetic side, because that is a healthier side. We want, like us, right? We're healthier when we're energetic. So if you think about your home and your life, it makes a lot of sense when you look at it like that. So let's talk about how you treat your kitchen and how it can improve your prosperity. So one of the most important things that you can do for your kitchen is keep it clean and organized. And the two areas that need it most are the pantry and the refrigerator. And why is that? Well, this is where food, a symbol of wealth and health, is stored. Chip bags that are almost empty, old jars of old food, old spices that are not used, and other items bring the chi and down in your life. It presses down on the good energy for health and wealth. And invigorated chi means invigorated wealth. I don't know about you, but I love to come home with the groceries, and I fill up the basket full of fruit and tomatoes and whatever else I've bought. It makes me feel abundant. I don't know how you feel about that, but when I see that refrigerator all stocked up, it feels abundant. A friend of mine was going through some health difficulties a year ago, and I went to visit her. And one of the things, she's gone a lot. She travels a lot for work, and when I went to her kitchen, she had nothing in the refrigerator. It looked so depressing, actually, to open up that refrigerator and there's a jar of mayonnaise, and that's it. There's very few things in there. One of the first things I did was and she was having some health problems, and the first thing I did was stock up that refrigerator. When you open it up and you see all these beautiful choices, you feel abundant, you feel prosperous, you feel healthy too. Now let's talk about when you are bringing all those groceries home. This is something that I like to do myself in my life, and this is the optimum time to clean your refrigerator or pantry, and that's before you put all your groceries away after shopping. And I know everybody might be thinking, oh no, you might say, I don't want to have to clean the shelves and all that kind of thing. Well, it's really important, obviously, that you keep old food out, and if it's been in the refrigerator a little bit, throw it away. But just take a few minutes to throw out old food before you put that nice new food in there. Clean out old stuff. If cucumber just went into goo, well then clean that up and wipe the shelves down. And then when you put in your nice fresh food and you put it into that clean refrigerator, or you kind of organize your pantry a little bit, it feels better to your eye, to your body, because we intake our world through our eyes. And when our eyes are happy, that lights that fire energy in our bodies, so that and it helps our metabolism as well. So take a few minutes to toss out those almost empty jars and boxes, wipe down the shelves, and make your refrigerator look clean and organized. And it'll also be easier to find things. And if you can make this your habit every time you come home from the grocery store and you just throw away a few things and organize a little bit, you're going to feel so much better when you go into the refrigerator, because one, you can find something, and two, it's all nice, new, fresh food and feels good. The other thing that I want to talk about is the clutter issue. Lots of times we think about clutter in the kitchen as being something that, it's just part of the kitchen, and it is to some extent. But if you'll clear off the countertops, you will stimulate your life. I kid you not. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but when you have countertops that are full of small appliances, stacks of bills and dishes, loaves of bread, bags of chips, it doesn't inspire you to cook. On the other hand, when you see a kitchen in a model home with those beautiful clear counters and an attractive bowl of lemons or a little potted plant or herbs, doesn't that just make you feel like cooking? It makes you want to whip up a batch of cookies. It does me. When I see those beautiful, clear, clean kitchens, all I want to do is start cooking. So, if you want to cook more and cook better and enjoy your family more, clear your counters off so that chi flows in your kitchen, and then chi will flow in your life, in your body, in your relationships, and will start moving energy and start helping you also with your metabolism. Because when we start making energy move faster, well, that's like speeding up your metabolism. Not a bad thing, right? So let's talk about also how important it is that we want to stop financial loss. You know, we bring money in the door, but a lot of times too many of us have a problem of not being able to hang on to our money. And that's not a good thing. When we have damaged items in the kitchen, like chipped dishes or scratch pans, this negative energy brings in a low grade energy to your food. And even if you replace the chipped dishes with new ones, be sure to get rid of the old ones immediately. Having old damaged items hanging around in the kitchen because, well, they're still good. Yeah, it's true. You can drink coffee out of a chip cup. But what is that saying to you? Because every time you lift that cup to your lips, you're looking at that chip. Every time you open the open the cabinet and you see that chipped bowl, that chip just gets bigger and bigger. That's all you see in the cabinet is that giant chip on your bowl. It's really important that you take those things out of your kitchen. Get rid of them. And even if you have to replenish your dishes, then replenish them. But don't eat off of damaged plates, bowls, silverware that's gotten stuck in the food disposer. You just don't want to be eating off of damaged dishware. It's not going to bring your energy up, and in fact, it's going to bring your energy down because every time you look at it, it's going to suppress that energy, just like that giant chip on that bowl or that mug that you see every day does for you every time you open that cabinet. That's all you see is that negativity. And here's what I want to suggest. If you have something that's badly damaged, don't donate it. Don't donate a chipped or broken dish. That's bad karma. If it's really damaged or stained, or maybe you've put a dish in the microwave and it's all crazed because it didn't like being microwaved and it makes all these like fine cracks. Just toss it away. Donating items that should be in the trash is just bad mojo. So just don't do that, Now, let's talk about your trash can, because trash cans in kitchens are usually pretty big things. We do go through quite a lot of trash there. So if you can hide your trash, it will help stop money loss. It will improve relationships. And here's why. Energy flows where the eye goes, and it always goes toward a negative space. And that's like the trash or that chipped dish like I was talking about. If the first thing you see in your kitchen is your trash can with vegetable peelings and coffee grounds and eggshells, well, that's where your energy is going, out with the trash. Food is meant to invigorate us and sustain our health. So when we see that negative side of food, like the trash part, like that stained, greasy pizza box, that kind of thing, it impacts our health and relationships, because it also symbolizes food being thrown away, which is money loss, and that could secretly be creating a drain on your finances. Worse still, it can cause relationships to deteriorate like rotting food and trash. Why? Because yin energy of the trash permeates the entire kitchen. So when you see that trash, even though it's trash, we have to put our trash away. That's just, I'm not going to tell you that having a trash can in the kitchen is bad feng shui. We all have to have it. I have one too. Mine has one of those lids so I never see it. It's like a step thing. And I actually bought a trash can that is actually kind of pretty. My favorite trash can was at my last home. It has a pull out of the cabinet. If you can put yours underneath in a cabinet or make it in a pull out drawer, go ahead and do that. It's better if it's out of sight. And it's also important that you keep your trash can meticulously clean. You'll be amazed at what a difference you'll feel when you come into your kitchen and you no longer see that trash sitting out in the open or smell it. So check your home centers for those trash drawers that you can convert your cabinet into a trash drawer, or get a really nice step waste basket that you can keep clean and closed so the odors don't get out there and you're not seeing all the residue and detritus from from your kitchen. Let's talk about beauty now. It's so important that you introduce beauty, life, and fullness in your kitchen for more abundance in your life. So now that you've got this fridge and pantry that are clean and organized, your counters are nice and clear, and the trash can is spick and span, it's time to introduce that radiant chi that uplifts your home and your life. So bring in those potted herbs, or fill up a fruit basket with fruit, or display really nice full kitchen canisters, because those denote wealth and abundance. Don't worry if you want to put, faux lemons, fake fruit out and herbs. That's fine, because we can't all, keep all the fruit going all the time and rotating it. I had a beautiful basket of fake lemons that you would never know were fake. They looked absolutely amazing, and they do add a symbolic element, and that's a wonderful thing. So it's important that you see beautiful, vibrant, and healthful things when you're in the kitchen to stimulate fullness, beauty, and abundance in your life. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It's about one of my favorite rooms in the house, and that's the kitchen. But let's talk about your 3 tips for the day. Number 1, create wealth and prosperity energy by making sure that if you have sugar and flour and other canisters in your pantry, make sure they're all topped up. Really important to keep them nice and full and abundant looking. Keep everything clean. Throw away small amounts. Now let's also talk about keeping your countertops clear. Good for your metabolism, good for helping you find your way around the kitchen and not bringing your energy down. It moves energy faster. Now, obviously, I will tell you, I keep a coffee pot out on my kitchen counter all the time, and because I use it every single day, but I don't use my toaster every single day, so under the cabinet it goes. Put anything you can. If you got stuff out on the countertops, put away everything you can except the thing that you use most often. You're going to feel completely different. You're going to feel invigorated, revitalized, and feel so much better when you step into the kitchen. You're going to want to whip something up and make a nice meal for everybody or for yourself. Take care, and we'll talk to you on the next episode of 5 Minute Feng Shui. Thanks for listening today to 5 Minute Feng Shui. Be sure to join me on Facebook at facebook.com/Feng Shui Katie. And if you're really ready to move ahead quickly, head over to redlotusletter.com and sign up for my free 4-week e-course, 28 Days to Prosperity. You'll get daily lessons and tips on how to get unstuck and create financial flow in your life. Make it a fantastic day.